I'm asked all the time, why do we do self-abuse even when the abuse is decades ago? And it's such an interesting question because part of me wants to go, I know it's the craziest thing, but I'm supposed to know because people are asking me to help and contribute. So what I always do first and foremost is I go to my own experience. As somebody that has and is now thriving beyond my own abuse. Prior to that though, I spent decades perpetrating the same abuse, well actually not the exact same, but similar themes of the abuse on myself, whether it be in relationship, with finances, with my business, with money, and with my body. And so because I had a fundamental belief in my wrongness, my badness, my own shame, like damaged goods, that, the best I could hope for was being on the discount shelf on a Super Tuesday or something, I would take that energy from within me without even knowing it and vibrate that out in the world. And so I would attract the people, the places, the circumstances, the events that would replicate my own belief about me. But the cruel joke was that a belief wasn't about me. It's what I took on from the situation, the perpetrators in my life that actually abused me. So whether it was my mother hitting me, or my brother commenting negatively about my body, or my father yelling at me for coming home late, or a teacher catching me, which happened once, cheating on a test, I felt so wrong and bad. And that wrong and badness I carried with me like an invisible cage, like a dead weight. And it weighed me down like an anchor weighs down a ship. But since it's with me, and I don't know any better, and I don't know any different, because I wasn't even aware that it was with me, then the situations in my life would reflect like a teacher yelling at me for cheating, and I had to call my mother and tell her I got in trouble because I cheated. That was the worst part about it. So I carried that wrongness with me. Or my brother commenting on a part of my body, and every time I looked in the mirror, I looked at that part of my body and heard the same things he said to me. And then I would attract relationships that would say the same thing about my body in negative ways, and even more parts of my body in negative ways. So the short answer is, what you don't deal with and acknowledge and work to get out of your cage about, those negative belief systems, become your body, your physiology, your being, and then your life without you even knowing it. The first tool that I would recommend is awareness. You actually have to lean into yourself and realize that something's not right. So one of the ways that I realized that something's not right for me was with food. And it was my stomach that always made me realize it. Because I grew up in an Italian family with 1 pound of meat for 1 meatball. So portion control was not something I learned. I had to teach myself that. So what I did was I used to wake up after I ate, and the stuff would go to my belly, right? And I would feel so full, and then so much fuller, and then so much fuller, but I would keep eating. So the first tool is actually to know what's actually coming in your body, lean in, become aware of when the first signal that your body says enough, and then stop. If you want to make a change, you actually have to make a choice to change. It's that simple. And that choice to change sometimes is a lot harder because of the feelings that comes with that choice to change. And so when you want to deal and move beyond, let's say, abuse, something like abuse, whether it be with your body, whether it be sexual, whether it be financial, whether it be negative self-talk, whether it be a relationship you're in, you actually have to become aware that there's a problem. Now, I know that seems really simple, but most people won't even acknowledge that there is a problem. They'll eat their way through it, drink their way around it, shop their way to never deal with it, and always, let's say, as soon as you become aware of it, go watch a movie or get on the phone and do something else, get distracted by it. I think it's really courageous to lean in and look at yourself and be like, I'm not happy. And I need to change that. And what do I need to do? Let me see who I can reach out to for help and talk about this. It may be a friend, it may be a counselor, It may be a book. It may be just searching something on the internet. We have so much access right now to find out what's available. But it starts with you. You realizing you're not happy. You don't feel good. Your mood isn't joyous, happy, and free. And then you look inside and be like, all right, what am I ready to take a look at? One of the most important ways that I have found for myself to move beyond self-abusing me is to change the scenery. Literally, if you're looking in the mirror and you're judging yourself, you need to turn away from the mirror and literally tell yourself to stop and do something else. If you're ruminating in your head and you're alone by yourself, get out of the house, go for a walk, feel the sun, the wind, the feet moving, and get your body moving. If you're really angry about something, then go punch it out at the gym. Not someone, something. Or what I used to tell clients of mine is go to the dollar store and buy plates and then go to a hill and throw them. Because there's nothing greater than the sound of something breaking. Because really with self-abuse, you feel broken. You are not broken, but you feel broken. So get that feeling out of your body, break something. I spent years doing kickboxing. It was a secret. Yes, to get my body in shape. Yes, to look svelte. But really, because I really needed to kick something and punch something. And it was an excuse with music, and it looked good. But I was doing that myself to move out of my body the pervasive, insidious effects of habits, patterns, echoes, and programs of past abuse. It's the weirdest, cruelest joke about abuse that we keep abusing ourselves as adults when an event happened 20 years earlier, because it's stuck in our body. Get it out of your body. Change the scenery, change your location, move your body, and if it happens with somebody consistently, change the relationship. So my friends, thank you for listening to me, and if you like what you heard, like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified when I go live in the future, and share it with somebody that you know. Because you know what? In this day and age, right now, we got to come together. Together we rise. If no one has told you that they love you today, I do. If you are feeling alone, remember that is a feeling. You are actually not alone. Me and the Roar practitioners are here for you. Reach out and break free.